Should you cancel your credit cards before filing bankruptcy? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg, an Atlanta area personal bankruptcy attorney representing clients in Chapter 7 and Chapter 13. And the question is, should you cancel your credit cards before filing bankruptcy? The answer is, I don't think it really matters a whole heck of a lot, because if you cancel the card and there's a balance, the balance remains due. If you have cards with zero balance, I would probably tell you not to cancel it. You would not list zero balance credit cards on your bankruptcy because there's no debt. They're not a creditor since you have zero balance. And if anything, in Chapter 7, which is the liquidation kind of bankruptcy, if you have a zero balance card, you wouldn't list it. You would keep that card, and many times you can start using that card again to rebuild your credit. Not every creditor will do that. Some, like American Express, basically say, if you file bankruptcy, even if you didn't bankrupt on us, we're going to cancel your card because you're not a good credit risk. Other creditors look at it and say, you know what, you just discharged all your other debt. You can't file bankruptcy for 10 years because you just filed this one. You're a much better credit risk, so we're going to allow you to use our card. In fact, it's not uncommon for me to get solicitations for new credit cards for my clients before the case is even over. I file bankruptcy for somebody, and then 2 or 3 months in, before discharge being about 4 or 5 months, 2 months in, I'll get letters saying, please forward to your client this offer for a new credit card. So many credit card lenders are more than happy to give you credit because you're a better risk while in or after bankruptcy than you would be if you've got a bunch of debt and you potentially could file bankruptcy. Not every creditor, but enough of them do, where we're getting your credit restored using credit cards, which, by the way, is a really good way to do it. It's actually pretty easy. So I would tell you, if you have credit cards that you have zero balance, you haven't used them, just hang on to them. You may find that they come in handy down the road after your Chapter 7 is over. Chapter 13 is a little different story, because in Chapter 13, when you file it, and you attend your meeting of creditors or 341 hearing, you'll be asked to either hand them over, if it's done virtually, to cut them up and send them in. You have to get rid of your credit cards even if you have a zero balance. So you cannot incur new debt or use your credit cards while you're in Chapter 13. So holding onto the credit cards doesn't make any sense, or doesn't mean anything at all. But I wouldn't tell you to cancel your cards. There's no reason to do that. If the credit card company wants to do it, they will. If you have to give up your cards and hand them over to the 13 trustee, excuse me, you'll do that. But again, no reason to cancel the card, in my opinion. Hope this was answered your question. My name again, Jonathan Ginsberg. You can reach me at 770-393-4985 or online at atlanta-bankruptcy-attorney.com. Happy to answer any questions you might have about Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy in the Atlanta area. Thanks a lot.